I didn't do the fading thing this time, and that's because I normally like to keep the videos lighthearted or a little bit funny, but I feel like because of the topic, I want to keep it a little bit serious, right? And it's because it's somebody I've always looked up to, especially in the Nintendo community, bro. And growing up on Nintendo and growing up through the 2010s, bro, one of my favorite games of all time has always been Super Smash Bros. Always in my top three, top two. It might be, even at points, it might even been my favorite game of all time, right? And the person who I would watch would be Etika. I loved Etika. I've watched a lot of his clips, a lot of his streams when I was able to. Back then, streaming wasn't as popular. And the thing is, when people pass away, they like to do this thing where it's like, oh, that person was such a legend. That person was so great. Oh, this person could have been this. The person could have been that, right? They think of the potential, right? And a lot of that is cap a lot of the time. But in this specific situation, excuse me, in this specific situation, Edgar would have been at the very top, and I promise you, he would have been because not only was he out, he was already big. Like even on Instagram lives, he would have like 10,000 people watching. That's insane. That's really insane. And so for him to see himself as like, and he streamed on YouTube too. So imagine Twitch. Imagine before the Twitch revolution of 2020, bro, where everybody and their father was streaming, bro. So if he was still alive, bro, I've always said this, and I think a lot of people have the same thought. But if he was still alive, he would be one of the top. He would be up there with Jinxie right now, Stable Ronaldo, uh Sketch, Lacey, all the top streamers on Twitch right now, he would be up there with them. I don't know if he would stream on Twitch or keep streaming on YouTube, but he would be up there. Honestly, I think he would average more viewers or just as much viewers or like around the same realm as Speed. That might be a little crazy, but that's my prediction, right? And because his stuff was online, bro, it's so crazy to think how death is weird, bro. Death really is so weird because we live in an age, bro, where it's like we could take a picture of somebody, we can record somebody's whole legacy if they're online like he was. His whole legacy, his whole career was online. You can go back and watch VODs, old streams, old YouTube videos, old videos of him when he was back in high school, bro, doing rap battles. And that's so crazy. And it's like, you look at that, you see the person in the videos, in the pictures. That person's not with us anymore. That person has unfortunately passed away. And that's so sad. That's so sad to think about, bro. I thought about that. And every time I see a video of him on my TikTok for you page, bro, or on Instagram or something like that, bro, I get like this feeling of like, dang, sad. Really is, bro. It's really transitioned into men's mental health because I really wanted to make this video back on the day he passed away, but I never got to it, right? And so I might as well do it on the very last day. And I feel like it ties in really well because we all know the reason why he passed away was because the mental issues that he was going through. And he never really got the help he needed in a situation. And it's like, bro, a lot of people in this situation, they would rather talk to you in your worst moment than talk to you when they can't because he passed away. And I know a lot of you aren't religious, but I truly do believe that we were all created in the image of God. So we were all created with a plan and a purpose for being here, right? And I know what it's like to stay in that negative mindset. So even if you don't believe in your value as a person, it doesn't take away from the fact there still is the value, bro. Even if somebody else made you feel like that, it doesn't take away from the fact that it still is there. And there's millions of men, millions of people who subconsciously think that they don't have this thing in their life, then they don't really have any worth. But I say it's the opposite. And for Etika's situation, it's really unfortunate. I really wish there was somebody to just say, hey, I'm there for you. I love you, man. And that's so sad, bro. And it's like, man, I remember being a kid, seeing that for the first time. And that was like the first time where I seen somebody online, because I've seen people pass away, you know, celebrities growing up, but that was like the first time where I was actually indulging in like the person's content or the person's work. And it's unfortunate, man. Rest in peace to Etika. Joy-Con boys for life.